Hello survivors! In this video we'll show you how to find the new forge in the Forlorn Muskeg region, added to the Long Dark in December 2016. Don't worry, it's not difficult or long-winded, but it is a bit of a maze, with open areas of ice that you can fall through. If you do know where you're going, it doesn't take long. A gun, however, is recommended. So here we are at the end of the line in Mystery Lake. This is not the Carter Dam end, this is the other end. Over there is the Trapper Homestead, and over here is the tunnel that used to be closed off, but not anymore. Now it is a pretty much instant transition to Forlorn Muskeg. In future updates they may make a longer transition, but for the moment it's instantaneous, other than the loading screen. Okay, so we've emerged out of this tunnel, and we're still on some railway tracks. The Forlorn Muskeg region is basically a great big bowl, with a railway track that runs down the middle. Now to get to the forge, you basically run down the centre of the map, following the railway tracks, but somewhere in the middle you kind of turn leftish, and then you work your way across little islands of snow over the ice, avoid falling in, avoid the wolves, and yes, you will find the forge, in a homestead on the other side of the map, somewhere over there. Okay, so let's just follow the tracks for a while. The first point of interest you come across is this derailment, with lots of rail cars strewn around the place. If you look inside one of them, you will find some equipment, so do have a bit of a poke around. You might find some good stuff, such as some warm clothes. But we're going to carry on, for the purposes of this video, so we're going to continue following the tracks just a bit further until we find some broken rail. Okay, so here we are. The rail is now broken. So just make your way across to the other side of this little segment. Be careful, there is thin ice everywhere, and if you fall in, you'll get incredibly cold and damp, and risk death. Right, so we're going to turn left around here, going towards that clump of trees. So just be careful, take a look around, make sure that you're not going to walk over any large expanses of deep blue ice. So we're going to turn slightly right here, and go across past this fallen tree. Slowly does it. Or fastly does it. I've got just about enough stamina to do this. Ooh, we'll have to make our way a bit onto the ice, but we should be okay. Right, on the horizon you're going to start to see evidence of structures. If you look over there, you can see a few abandoned, burnt-out buildings. And if you look over there, you can see where we're actually headed. There's a kind of wooden pier, and behind it, a kind of building. Right, as you can see, there's a lot of ice around, but for now, we can keep on going across here. Now, this bit is a bit of a risk, but we should be okay, so make sure you've got a bit of stamina and run for it. But it's okay, there isn't actually any thin ice there. But it is a bit heart-stopping all the same. Right, so now we've got to make a bit of a diversion round to the left. If you try going to the right, there's expanses of ice that you simply can't get across, so we will have to go slightly back on ourselves. Usefully, you may find some corpses around here. Sometimes one spawns in this clump of trees. Sometimes a deer carcass spawns over here. In this case, it actually is spawning. Right, here's another bit of a risky bit, but we're fine. Phew. So go towards the carcass. I'm running out of stamina here. The next stage is to go over here, so we are kind of going back in the right direction again. As you can see underfoot, there aren't any large expanses of blue ice, so we are perfectly safe. And now we're heading towards that outcrop of rock over there. Right, before you get to the rocky outcrop, you actually do now need to turn right. So, once again, be careful, make sure that you're picking a route that feels safe. If you're on thin ice, it will come up in red and saying thin ice, and you'll also hear lots of cracking sounds. There's a wolf over there, by the way, but we should be okay, I think. So let's just run across here. So on this island you've got a little clump of trees here, and over to the right you will find a little structure. Inside you'll find loads of barrels. So let's just creep over here. Is that a corpse? Yes, that is indeed another corpse. Lots of barrels, plus quite a bit of scrap metal and some oil, if you want to poke around there. Anyway, onwards, go towards the wooden pier. Thankfully, the ice is no longer treacherous around here, so just go in a straight line, not worrying too much. You can even go along the wood if you want. You will notice some parked boats here on the right. You may find a medikit amongst them, so if you want to stock up on things, go and check it out. There it is. We won't bother doing that just now, though. And let's go across the pier. Just for larks. I don't think you actually need to do this. In fact, it's probably best that we don't. But yes, just keep on going across here. And we're basically there now. Getting very cold though. The weather is not ideal. Just pick your way carefully up here. Avoid the wood. Oh, for a jump button. Climb this final hill, and there you have it. The old Spence family homestead. Now there is a little kind of barn thing over to the right there, but you'll just find probably a couple of bits of wood and maybe a backpack. Last time I looked in there, it was pretty piss. There was nothing in there. So here we are. Here's the forge. Let's just go inside. There's loads of stuff in here as well. There's even a workbench there on the left. There it is. And as you can see, there's absolutely loads of stuff scattered about the place, including some rifle ammunition down there, some gloves, some boots. Of course, your mileage may vary due to the randomness. Nice little lantern. Somewhere around here I can hear a lot of wolves. So, yeah, that's why you will need your gun. Yep, and there's the forge right there. Forge and furnace. Lots of coal as well, so you won't need to cart that with you. There's also an up-in-the-air bit, where you might find even more clothes. And if you're particularly crafty, you'll duck down here and have a poke around here. You'll probably find very little, but there is a bit of wood. And look, even more rifle ammunition. So, if you've used up all your ammo getting here, you should be okay getting back. Marvellous! Well, that's it. That's how you find the forge in Forlorn Muskeg. If you actually start in this region, there's actually loads of spawn points all the way around the place. So, if you want to try and find the forge in a different way, you can try that way. But this is the way that is the most obvious from Mystery Lake one. Like if you go around the back you find this, which does nothing, but it looks very nice, but you will find a bit of extra coal as well. Okay, so thanks for watching, and this has been Jamie from randomizeuser.com with another guide for the Long Dark. Here's hoping... What was that noise? I just heard a honking noise. Anyway, let's finish the video. So subscribe for more content, such as Long Dark, Starbound, and all that, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.